you can do it backstage, and we're live, and we're here.
All right, so Ricky Sanchez, brought to you by
Nailed it. Nailed it. A fantasy footballer. Here we go. A bunch of cameos. Okay. All right. Great. Well, cool. I mean,
We're Cooking Baby.
I think we just dive in to a Birds podcast type thing. I mean, we'll go complete sicko mode and look through preseason highlights and see what we can glean fantasy wise. That seems like a
Mm-hmm.
fun thing. I don't know, just kind of open ended. We could kind of vibe. I'm gonna toss around. Maybe we do a mock draft. Maybe, Alex, you could jump in that mock draft, and we can
Would love
kind
to.
of, and we'll do
Yeah.
that a little bit later. But yeah, man.
Now, is that ESPN
How's
you said, right? ESPN
what's
mock draft, just so I can kind of get that pulled up here.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
ESPN, okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. I would say it from the top here. Not the best lighting for me, working out the kinks. And,
Hmm.
I think, can you hear me okay, though? You can hear me all right?
Sounds
Everybody?
great. You sound great,
Great.
Alex. You sound
Great.
it's a little muffled, but that's it's
Uh-oh.
I mean, actually, yeah, really bite that thing. Really bite it if you
Bite,
can.
bite it? All right.
Yeah.
I can do it.
That'll be good. How's the weekend been otherwise, Alex? Have you been? 'Cause I know
I've
you went
had
to
a
the gym. You went to
great.
hot yoga. You went in there. You got it done, or what
No,
happened?
no, I close. Not exactly hot yoga. It's like a hot yoga studio. It's like a sauna, but we are
Uh-huh.
doing think like a hit class powerlifting type stuff in about like 100-degree weather, 100-degree sauna infrared thing. Did it this morning.
Oh,
Did it on Thursday. Running a lot, eating healthier, eating green things now. A lot of green things, a lot of fruit, a lot of green
nice.
things these days. Yeah, losing a significant. Oh, you
I
look
got a
at you. You
smoothie
on it?
here.
What's in that? What's in that
Mm-hmm.
there?
Mm-hmm. You called earlier, and I was still like waking up. The time
I knew it.
difference
I knew
is
it.
I was feeling it. I had a late night. I had a late night, and look, I slated us for 10 my time, 1 your time, and that 8 o'clock rolls around, and you're perked up after a hot gym sweat, and I'm still rolling out of bed.
Yeah.
It was tough. I went golfing
Nice.
with Ken and those guys. That was really fun.
How'd you do? How'd you do? Did you hack away at it?
I was hacking away. I was hacking away. It was incredible actually. First shot of the day, par three, a little like 120 ish, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
The guys go. It's Kyle. It's Ken. It's Casey. They're hitting, and no one gets on the green. I step up there, couple yards from the pin. First shot of the day, no warm up. I blow the putt. I get par. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was all downhill from there. But
Hot. What
there
a
was some
moment.
fun shots. I just wasn't driving, but I was doing a really great job with my sand wedge. Even just, I mean, in the sand once, but even just getting the elevation, just getting it, chipping it onto the green,
Yeah.
best part of the game.
Feels good.
Best part of
Get
the
a
game.
little
Yeah,
little dusting of sand onto the green. Not a lot, but just a little bit to let them know that you were there. Just
a
a little
whisper.
bit. You
Yeah,
were in.
just a little beach
I
party.
still don't have my license. I still don't have my license.
Your
I can't
license.
drive. I can't drive at all.
Neither can I. Neither can
I
I. I
can't
couldn't even.
drive, and
Yeah,
so I don't even
yeah.
touch the thing. I got to some lessons. No, I did. I tried to drive last for Max's bachelor party thing, and
Hmm.
one of the drivers I was trying out in this bag, like this hand-me-down bag. I don't know any of these clubs. It's like wiggling. It's so
It's not even attached.
bendy.
Yeah.
It was like a noodle. And the guys are like, "Are you hitting with that?" It was like 3 holes. I had tried it. I'm trying to. Yeah, it was like a huge bendy noodle of a driver. And they're like, "Put that thing back in the bag."
Someone told me, they're like, driver, yeah, I just think about it like a ball and chain. I just wing that thing around, which the noodle's kind of reminding me of like
Right.
you're just whipping it, and then at the end of it is like, but that sounds like a nightmare to try and get accurate. To to try and figure out accurately is kind of brutal.
Especially, I didn't really have the mechanics really anyway. So all of it was a mess. It's like it felt like a chain chomp. If you're thinking about ball and chains, a chain chomp, you're
Oh
just
yeah,
in Mario Kart, you're just hanging on the back for dear life. That was me.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up before we dive in too deep, but I might have, while Lisa was away, pre-ordered and been playing the new Madden. Is what I did last night. It was a late night, and what a game!
After the bar, Jake, it must have been a late night.
Well, no, this was after the golfing. The bar was Friday.
It's Friday. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. But I did play Friday night as well. Thank you for asking.
Wait,
After
now,
the
wait a
after
minute.
work.
So you can, it's, I thought it was the 15th it was released, but you pre-ordered so you can play early?
I
Am I
did.
getting that right?
I sure did. And that's because Lisa's bachelorette was this weekend. I was like, this is destiny.
Yeah, sure.
And Pippin wanted it. Anyway,
He's always pushing it. Pippin, your cat, is always pushing it like that.
yeah, he sure
Yeah.
is.
It's like,
So
we can't be the
yeah,
Bengals again. Stop. We're not going to be the Panthers, you know?
not again. The Panther would be a good one for him. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
perfect for him. And by the way, I will let you know for the one fantasy league that we're in, Fellowship of the Fantasy Ring, I will be incorporating Pippin into the name somehow. Um, I'm gonna work it in. I haven't decided exactly. I might do a
Right?
player pun with Pippin, you know? Look at that.
Fellowship.
Good for
The
you.
Fellowship.
Is that paperback?
Hardback.
Whoa!
One of Spicer's. I got
Beautiful.
Spicer's collections. I got Spicer's Tolkien's. Can you imagine?
Oh my God. That's a great one. Good for you. That wasn't the book library, I guess, then, huh?
No, that was this one.
Yeah. There should be more of those library things that you went to. Like you just have. I saw somebody on Instagram, they set up on like next to their mailbox, they did a DIY, like big, I don't know, 2 foot by two
For the
foot.
library?
It
Yeah.
was a library. It was a library for mugs. It was buy one or like leave a mug, take a mug. And so for their neighbors, they were basically like, I think the caption was something like, "We had too many mugs, and instead of throwing them out, we did this." And they made like a mug library for their neighbors of like, take a mug, leave a mug, which I thought was interesting. And it'd be fun to try other things too. Like, what other things are like a cool kind
Really
of like
fun. Fun you bring it up. I was talking with Dad about maybe making a free little library for the out and from the house.
Mm,
And going to the shop and doing a free little library. I wasn't thinking of other where your brain's going right now. I wasn't thinking of other things, but just like the book one, and just
nice.
adding it to front of the house.
That'd be kind of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And Dad wanted to match it with the house, like the siding and the
Of course.
shingle, of course, right?
Of course he did. Of course he did. He's probably still got the same shingles and everything from the day he bought it. But I'm sure he's got them stored away. It's gonna look
Somewhere.
great. Well, we also, I mean, did you watch the preseason? Did you watch the whole thing?
The Eagles,
Birds
I
here?
did. I watched the Eagles game, and so I have some mental notes about it that we can dive into and talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Can I give you a brief rundown of my weekend? Just brief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a great day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I took a hike with AJ in
Love it.
Tyler State Park.
Love it.
He said if I, it's because my wife went into labor
I was gonna say it's like the day. Didn't she go into labor that night?
yesterday.
Last night?
Yeah, or last night or yesterday. Yeah, whenever he sent that text, I think it was maybe late last night. But yes. Then I went to a car show in New Hope that Aunt Kim was working, and
Oh,
she got me and Al Venus in for free. So we walked around an old car
whoa!
show,
I just chatted
and
with. Wait, what kind of cars?
so today, yesterday was American antique cars or
Hmm.
domestic, and then today is foreign cars. They're doing foreign cars today.
Mm.
But
You
it was
checking
great. We
that out?
walked around, yeah, checked out a bunch of cool cars, and it was right at New Hope Soulberry. So then
Yeah.
right after that, walked around New Hope. New Hope looks great now. Like there's so many new places. It's all like been updated really well.
Mm.
Rhett from the Fantasy League, he is a bartender at the Deck, which is the bar connected to the Playhouse. So it looks over the river.
Ah.
And so we went in, Al and I went in. we walked around waiting for his shift to start at 4 o'clock. So we got like little like poke bowls at this nice restaurant right next to that house you sent me.
Hmm.
That had the view of, I was like pointing it
Yeah.
out, talking about
You saw
you
it?
and Lisa.
No.
Yeah, we saw it from the walk. I'm like, to my left is the playhouse, to the right is the house, like on the bridge there, and then like two buildings down, closer to the water or closer to the bridge there, and closer to the main street was the restaurant we went to, and
Mm.
it kind of looked out there. And then we ate there, and then we went over and then hung out with Rhett for a little bit, and got something to eat, and just got a little couple drinks and stuff. Got a non-alcoholic Michelob, just ripping it. And
Oh, look at you. Yeah. How many drink punches do you have left for the rest of the
I've
year here?
done 7 so far, and I've got 3 on the books. Obviously, your wedding, the whole weekend is one.
Uh-huh.
Then I have Max's wedding and Parker's wedding. So I kind of have 2 left because I have 3 planned.
Yeah.
But I've drank 7 times this year. Is where I'm at.
Can
So I'm
you,
I'm
what are
on
the
pace.
7 times? Do you know the 7 times now? I guess
Yeah, I have them all.
there's,
Yeah, you wanna? Yep,
I've got them all.
I have.
I've got them all.
I got my list. Jake's bachelor party, number 1. So four
Nailed it.
months I held out, and then your bachelor party was the first time.
Wow.
Father's
So you
Day.
were really saving them. You were really saving them.
Yeah, the first 4 months definitely I didn't drink or smoke or do any of
Wait,
that.
so was the bachelor party one or multiple?
It was my first time drinking in 4 months at
No,
the
I know,
bachelor
but
party.
like
Yeah.
each day of it, was that multiple days or was that one big
No,
one?
I
Hey,
I,
Pippin.
I was very liberal with it. The Pippin tail. That would be a great transition. That
Yeah, just a Pippin. Yeah. Buddy.
that
Well,
like like it was like a natural swipe that you would do on like
yeah,
a
yeah, the tail
slideshow.
just.
Yeah.
That's
No, your
funny.
your whole bachelor party weekend was one, so same as the wedding. Father's Day was the second time. Third time was a bad date I was on, and I got a beer and was like, "Oh boy, I can't get through it without a drink." This date was bad. Fourth one was whiskey and a cigar with pop on. Looks like in June there, and
Nice.
then July 4th was number 5. Then I went to Jared's in Fishtown with the boys,
Uh-huh.
and went to the garage. That was the sixth outing, and then seventh outing was Max's bachelor party golf outing. Who waited me for Eagle Gentleman.
So he likes my beard as like a pet
Scratching.
thing. Yeah. So he'll just run his face, and I just kind of comb him, just like his mother would.
That's incredible.
I'm so sorry to distract. Go ahead from the.
Well, that was it. So those are my 7, and then I after New Hope, Christian. I guess, have you met Mark Arabia? He's a friend that lives um not too far from Dad's house, like really big, like family house. Is like really big house, and they had like a pool thing afterwards. So whole day of like walking around with Al. It was AJ. Then I walked around with Al in New Hope, and then I went to Christian and Rhiannon, and it was like a party, like family party, bunch of friends and stuff, and
Oh
family,
my
like
God!
family, young kids, old people, people our
You get
age,
the
20 something
the
people.
trifecta.
Yeah, it was great. And then Christian,
It's the
he's like, "Let me
boys.
walk you out to your car," and I'm like trying to leave. And, we ended up chatting by the car for like another hour. It was I didn't get
And
home until like it was like 9 or like 10 o'clock.
nice.
So yeah. And then workout this morning. Workout and then went for a walk.
How was Rhett? Was he able to chat with you much?
He's good. He's good. He's been going out with his girlfriend. You actually may have met her. I think her name.
I
She
did.
went 2 years younger in our high school.
Hmm.
Um,
Is it, I think Ender, right? Ender's last name.
yes, exactly. That is
I forget her
exactly,
for.
yeah. Because I said Sam, Samantha. Oh,
I met her. It was a couple of years ago now. Well, a year and a half ago, maybe. It was in the summertime.
right when they got together, yeah. Because they've been together
Hmm.
for like 3 years. They just moved in together and they have a dog now. Cute little pup. Kind of like he's like a mutt, but he's like pity, a little bit of pity, but a little bit of everything is what he was saying.
Yeah.
It was nice, and he is ready, is deep into Hearthstone. So we might.
Oh, the boys. Maybe
We yeah,
Alex.
he's gonna be.
Maybe you could talk me through a Hearthstone game here at the end of this stream or
Oh
something. Because
my
I have
gosh! Well,
not.
I don't know. I'd have to switch over to the other computer. Maybe with the next.
Well, maybe you could talk me through like my thing or something.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if like
Because
you're
I've
getting
never,
started.
I can't remember the last time I played whatever. Okay, cool, beautiful. That sounds fun.
Great weekend.
Dude. Great, yeah, that was like a. I mean, you hit a bunch. You got the whole thing of it. It's funny because you were just chatting about. I was chatting with Al about F1 and my Drive to
Mm-hmm.
Survive. So I chatted with
Mm-hmm.
him. It's kind of funny. He went to the car show with you after. But I called him Friday and I hadn't talked to him in a while, and so I left him this silly voicemail, and then he called back. We chatted. And he was so excited for me to dive in to the specifics of like F1 and the drama and like just the
Mm-hmm.
shit going on. And he was like, because I'm only on season like 4 or 5 of 7. And
Dude, you've been ripping through it. You say only,
oh,
but like you're ripping through it.
well, I just say that
Yeah.
like it's still 3 or 4 years from present day. So I'm
Right,
still
right.
like away from like current day like storylines, I suppose. And it's so funny because Al is like, what season are you on? Perfect. So this is about like he knows exactly. It's not like he just follows. Like he still knows like exactly the storyline for each season and like how it played out and like so he did a good
Right.
job of like not spoiling but getting me like kind of amped up to see what was going on. So I'm pumped for his bachelor party, dude. That's gonna
I
be
was gonna say,
fun.
did he send you the map of where we're sitting for the
Huh?
bachelor party and everything?
Yes,
He said he
yes.
talked to you about this. He goes, I just talked to your brother about this, and then he swiped. We were sitting down at that restaurant, and he put it on, and we just looked at the whole map. He showed me where it was in Montreal with its own island.
Oh, I didn't see
Very
that. I
cool.
just saw the course map, which was like we're on that like I think it's the 10th turn. It's that
Mhm.
hairpin. It's like one of the
Yep.
biggest hairpins in on the season.
Mhm.
So that should be fun. That should be really cool. And we should see a lot of like overtaking and then like people just like it'll be cool because it's such a big hairpin, people really have to slow down. So we'll really get to see like the cars instead of them just flying by and it being just a blur, you know?
Well, he also said on that turn why he chose that was you're going to be just flooring it coming
Yeah.
out of that turn too. So we're going
Yeah,
to really
because
get to see it kind of like as
uh-huh.
you're saying from the slowdown into like just really the power of the cars basically.
Yeah, it
So
might.
that'll be
I
fun.
mean, I wonder if there'll be some bumping and stuff around that corner because people are slowing down and then speeding up really quickly. I wonder if there's
Now,
some
now this is awful,
some.
but like, I mean, some people cheer for crashes, right? You know, some people, not me.
Stu-
I've
No,
never,
no,
no,
not me
no,
either.
but there, no,
Mm,
no,
why?
but
If you saw it, it would be like, whoa!
it would be you couldn't not
It's like a car
no
crash.
you know
You can't keep your eyes off it.
yeah.
Yeah, that should be really cool. I'm excited for that. The it'll be fun. I feel like the now that I know the racers, I feel like I'm more invested. If there was a crash, I'd be like so much more distraught or like. So have you been keeping up at all? Have you been
No,
been
I got to be
more?
better. When he sent that, I just started the newest season,
Mm,
but I had only previously like when they came out watched maybe the first two seasons. But that was years ago when it was like
yeah,
still newer. So I need to do what you did it right. I think I need to like go back and like re-update myself on the context of these guys. So
yeah.
no, I know I'm not caught up
It is
at all.
a kind of a trip though because it isn't sequential. They do like
Right.
they do a storyline each episode. So they'll take the whole season and find like, 12 storylines or whatever, and then
Mhm.
each episode is that storyline. But what happens then is like you see the same race like in 10 episodes
Mhm.
but it's just from different perspectives. It's like,
Right.
and so it's kind of trippy, but it makes it very difficult to know whether or not you've seen that episode because I'm like,
Right.
I've seen this race 10 times, but I don't know if it was this
Right. Which
storyline or not.
angle of it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been fun, but like just going through it, Yeah, it's interesting to like know how it comes. It's fun because the storylines really make it, and I think you really get invested. I think I'll have some firm opinions, I think, by the time we get to the bachelor party. And Al said it's a good time now as well because they're at the like mid-season break where they don't have races again
Mm.
until
Mm-hmm.
end of August. So like a couple of weeks
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll give me some time to continue my binging, and then
Mm-hmm.
I can catch up for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be fun. Should be fun. I'm excited. Eagles preseason. Did you watch the whole thing? You
I
like all the way to the
watched the
fourth?
first game. I stepped away for, maybe get some water, go to the bathroom. So I missed some plays here, there, but for the most part, watched the whole thing. Football is back, baby. Did
So
you watch
back.
the whole thing? Where are you at with it?
Is this a to-do list over my face right now? Can you see that?
It is. It has been. It's just both
It's been like
underneath,
that.
kind of. Yeah, it's been there.
It's been like that.
Um, it's gone. Yep, you're good. But it was just like right here. It was like here. It wasn't like your whole face. It was like to here, kind of.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Now it's kind of transparent.
But yeah, look
That's
at that.
weird.
Didn't mean that. Let me see if I can mess around. Well, you know what? I think, Alex, you say before, I'm trying to think if we should go into the preseason like highlights and then give some of the things you thought about, or do you want to talk about some of the things you saw and then we can kind of watch and kind of give it a kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
things to
Here's
look
my
for?
main. We can do pros and cons, kind of good and bad, maybe. Kind of give those kind of categories to look for as we go through these highlights here. I
Hmm.
think great stuff was Tanner McKee looks very sharp. Now, definitely a lot of salt. I take it with a grain of salt because it's the Bengals defense. It is a lot of
Mm.
starters, which is kind of crazy that it was like backups to
Yeah,
starters and they torched them. Cooper, I don't even know who this wide receiver is. Number 41, we're probably going to see him a lot in this highlight. The wide receiver, last name Cooper, number 41. He had a day. He had a real day. He looked really good running with the ball after he caught it. And so I thought that was really positive. Obviously, we had texted about this earlier. Johnny Wilson looked good for the things that you
Johnny
want him to be
Wilson
good at. Throw it up, catch it up top, catch it at the high point. Good job.
would love that.
That all looked positive. Negative stuff.
Do you want to say it together? You want to say it together?
Yeah.
Ready? On three. One, two, three.
Keely
Healy
Ringo.
Ringo. Yeah, look at that. We nailed it. Poor, I
Poor
mean, it's kind
Keely.
of a bummer,
Because I
unfortunately.
just want him to be the guy
Yeah,
um, to win the
yeah,
job. Adoree Jackson, I'm not too high on either,
no,
and
no.
he didn't do so great. It is maybe one of the best top three receivers in the NFL. So a little bit of a caveat in the same way we're giving the caveat for Tanner McKee being good because he's going against a bad team. Maybe Keely Ringo isn't as bad because he's playing one of the best receivers, but that's just hope and optimism. It still looks kind of brutal. And then what were the other things? Oh, I hope Sidney Brown can learn how to play football
That'd
not
be
at
great.
150 miles an hour, you know?
Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome
Yeah, he,
if he could? And I mean, like, he's a very, the two of them, Ringo and Sidney Brown, like, they're incredible. Like, the theory of them is both
yeah,
good. Like,
yep,
they're theoretically really cool. In
yeah,
practice, it's
yeah,
just in like literally practice. You just
yeah,
haven't had and it's a bummer because I feel like the team did like amazing process as far as like always had someone ahead of them. They've had 2 years each to really like build up and get like integrated into the system and like what they're doing, get up to speed, NFL speed. And so they've each had that. And now it's like finally their chance to step up and like, I don't think there's very few NFL players that get that runway of like,
yeah,
you get drafted and you get this long, like, hibernating, like setup phase runway. And now they're put into the starting role. Like, I feel like very intentionally and like ready, but I mean, who knows? I think Makuba, Makuba, is that right?
mhm,
I think
mhm,
he's really good. I think he could play in that safety or nickel. I think it'd be cool if
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean plays safety potentially, and then Makuba is like a slot.
Okay.
That could be
Yeah.
interesting. Or even keeping Cooper on the outside and then having him
Hmm.
solve that outside and have Makuba in the back for kind of base stuff because then you've got I love the idea of like Bond and Campbell together. Um,
Hmm.
would be awesome. And then yeah, I like there's one other guy, Mac McWilliams or something. Have you heard of him or do you know him?
Yeah, fifth rounder. Yeah, he's a fifth rounder, and he I think had a little bit of a quiet training camp because I think he had a little bit of an injury, so he sat out for a little bit.
Hmm.
Nothing serious, but I think that kind of just slowed the hype on him. But
Yeah.
Vic Fangio is usually pretty honest in his press conferences, so you can kind of see who he likes, who he doesn't like. He seems to really not like Adoree Jackson, and he
Yeah.
needs to like really like prove it. He goes, "That's someone that Howie got. I didn't watch
Yeah.
much tape on him prior. He got, the Giants didn't re-sign him, and the Titans didn't re-sign him. So there's something there, and we'll see how he does. But like, he didn't seem too enthusiastic about it,
Yeah.
and I think he was more high on Mac McWilliams, like you're bringing up there. He at least was like, yeah, I think he's got there's some things there. He was kind of talking him up and talking down the veterans. So I don't know if that's
Yeah.
calculated or not, but
Yeah.
it seems like last year he's like, yeah, we're good with Bond, and nobody knew who Bond was last year, and we're like, we have a giant hole in the middle of our defense, and then he's like an all star, like all, yeah.
Turns out to like the best part. I feel like Matt, like it'll be interesting. Like, I like the idea that he drafted, like Vic Fangio wanted Mac McWilliams, right? So there's like this sense of that. I think he likes guys that can tackle. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think Adoree can tackle very well.
yeah.
I think Bryce Huff was kind of, it's a different position. I think he likes people to be able to kind of drop and be a little bit more rounded. And I think that's why he didn't like Bryce. But yeah, I think he
Or
does
the
kind of require.
run defense for Bryce Huff. He would get
Right.
like pushed around because he was a specialist. I feel like he like you're talking about well rounded, including the run defense. I feel like he would just get pushed around. Huff did.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fun to like see how it comes together. What I like is like Vic just likes having these edge rushing guys that they then can drop back and like you
Hmm.
don't know what they're gonna do with I think Nolan Smith is kind of that way, but more of like a pass rusher, but he has the ability to kind of drop and then Vaughn is like start as the edge rusher and then he's like one of the best off ball guys. I think
Hmm.
Campbell's that way as well. And I think Jalix Hunt too. Didn't Jalix Hunt used to play? He was like safety or something at one
Yep.
point.
I think he's going to have a huge year. I think
Yeah.
Nolan and Jalix are going to be awesome. I think they
Hmm.
looked awesome at the end of the year, and through the whole playoff run, they kind of were already the starters, even though they didn't start the year like that. Like Josh Sweat
Yeah.
was, but I just think that the two of them, and I think Jalix Hunt is bigger now. I think he is an athletic freak, like you're saying. He's playing safety and running around in open space, but then now he's like built up and bulked up, where he's like pretty built and can like really hold an edge. I'm super high on him this year. I feel like he's going to be just great as a player. Obviously not in fantasy. There's no value for like an end, but I feel like he could be like 10 sacks. I think the two of them each could get 10 sacks, which would be crazy to have
Yeah.
a pair of 10 sack guys. That would look cool on the the front. And the last thing I just remembered was for this game, Ty Robinson looked pretty good on the inside there. The Nebraska big
Hmm.
vanilla gorilla, I think they call him, as his nickname in Nebraska.
Yeah. He had a
He
sack.
looked pretty good.
It looked like a poor blocking, but
Right.
still he had some other really good like reps and other things happening, which
Exactly.
we'll
Yeah.
probably look
Yeah.
at.
Like the sack like actually wasn't. It didn't even look like his best rep. Obviously, it's like going to be the one stat that you get.
Yeah.
But it looked like he had other things where he was like making his presence well known. Speaking of like edge, Ojolari and Uche didn't really do too much.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can, maybe there's some stuff here, maybe I missed watching it, but if we get this going, maybe we'll see maybe some plays they made, but I think it was kind of disappointing for Ojolari specifically too,
Yeah.
at least this
I think
game.
so too. I'm excited. I watched a good amount of it, but I also I didn't catch all of it, so I'm excited to kind of comb through this a little bit and see maybe some stuff I might have missed, um, and kind of go from there. But let's just pull it up, let it roll, and yeah, first play Burrow back shoulder and just burns Ringo is. I mean, it's not really that bad. Like that to me is like solid placement. It's just like an impossible, like that's the best potentially like receiver and quarterback, and it's like a back
Like half
shoulder.
speed? Do you have it on like half speed or something?
What's that?
The video? Do you have the video on like half speed maybe? Or is that just the way I'm seeing it?
I think it's the way you're seeing it. I think it's because
Okay.
we're kind of like uploading as well, and so
Oh, okay.
can you still see it? Okay.
I can see it, but it would kind of like, it'd be slow and then kind of chop out. So I missed a little bit of it.
You see the top where it says like 99% loading there? So I think that's part of it, like going live as it uploads them. We'll see if it can buffer quicker moving forward
But
here.
we can
But
kind of continue. And if you want to just talk through it, if you're seeing it more clearly, and I can just add sort of notes to it from what I can see here.
so there's a this play here, first drive still, and it looks like, they're at the 12 or so driving little stick route, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's McWilliams who we just talked about, and I think
Smile Munden, I believe.
yeah, I
Smile
think you're right.
Munden. He
Yeah,
had a real day. We didn't talk about him. He got to start there. It's funny. They gave the starting lineup and it said Jihad Campbell, but
Trotter.
as you can see there, yeah, Trotter
Yeah.
and Smile Munden were the ones that got to start there.
I like the idea of
He's a
Smile Monday
Georgia
being
guy.
pretty. Oh, really? Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
he's
like
another Georgia guy.
another big, longer guy. I feel like it sucks, but like I love Nakobe Dean, but I feel like there's just all these like bigger, longer, rangier linebackers around him. And I just feel like he keeps getting lost on the depth chart
Well, the injury, yeah.
because of the
Hopefully he's
injuries.
back soon. But the leadership, though, is his top quality. I feel like even Smile Munden was like, Nakobe's really helping me in practice. Nakobe's doing
Mm,
like really helping me learn everything because they played together um, in Georgia. And
yeah,
I feel like even if he's not out there, he's a valuable part of the team.
I think so too. Tanner McKee was just electric. I think it was just Tanner McKee and Jihad Dotson. What's crazy is like the Eagles are super top heavy on offense, and their backups still were able to go after the Bengals starting defense.
Now I
Would
didn't. Well, I was gonna say I didn't catch or our line. I think only had Steen in, and he makes a great play here to pop Shipley.
hmm
If you go back, you'll see Steen really make a nice turn his butt, and he cuts off it really well for that big run. Once Steen gets to that second guy.
It'd be really great if Steen could be like just a really just reliable guy. It would be nice. I feel
Okay.
like I feel like he has been.
Cool. So Kendall, that I don't know if he played center, but Kendall, one of the linemen there, that was
Oh yeah.
celebrating with Shipley after the play. His dad was an NFL lineman. His dad was a successful
Yeah.
NFL lineman.
All right.
Yeah. So there's a
Okay.
couple guys like that that have some bloodlines. We got some bloodlines on the backup offensive
Well,
line there.
and like we've got some actually really solid tackle prospects. There's who was it? It was
Hinton.
the
So it's Hinton and Cameron Williams are the two I
Cam
think you're
Williams is the
thinking
one
of.
I'm thinking of, who was like pretty high draft pedigree or whatever. What am I doing here?
Well, the Eagles are the Sphere though, huh? That's kind of
That's
cool.
pretty fun.
Speaking of which, Sean Berry's wife, she just got back from the Sphere and saw the Backstreet Boys with her family.
Oh, incredible. Love to hear that. The Bernard Cameron Williams is the other one. Oh, and Hinton.
Yeah.
Hinton,
So
Kendall,
Hinton is the
and
one who's his Hinton's father, I think, also played as well. So another prodigy. One of the
I
guys
know.
when they were talking about it. I know a lot of information now because I watched the on just cable the Philly Birds huddle, and they have all the little like player profiles on the local guys, and yeah, you'd have to
Plus,
look up.
we've got the
Yeah, he's the Australian,
second
right?
Aussie. What's that?
Yeah, the second Australian. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of fun, and even you know what's funny is like Kenyon Green. Haven't heard a peep about him. They traded
Yep. Yep.
Gardner Johnson for him, and I haven't heard a peep about him.
Did you see Gardner Johnson was injured on the Texans?
I did. I didn't see how bad it was though.
Yeah, I don't know how serious, but he's taking some time now.
It's,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I assume because we haven't heard Kenyon Green, there hasn't been much,
mm,
but he seems like a decent backup. That you put him in the Stoutland University,
yeah,
and
he'll just
hopefully he develops
he'll, he'll rip. I'm really happy. Jahan Dotson. I really want Jahan Dotson to have a little bit of a breakout.
a
Would
year,
be
a
awesome.
little bit of a year here, a little bit of a
Yeah,
year, huh?
just like like, and then I mean, a classic tush push. Gotta do that.
Pretty impressive they did it with the backup offensive line and backup quarterbacks. Good for them.
Yeah, yeah. I guess everyone's ready to run the play if they get in there. Also, is that Burks right there from last year's the linebacker on the Bengals there?
Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? Was it last year he was on the team?
Yeah,
Or
dude. He was
Oren.
in the Super.
Oren
He was
Burks?
in. Yeah, he was on the that Commanders game in the Super Bowl. He played them both.
After the injury, after N'Kobe went down? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, big time. Which makes sense. I think it's like the big prototypical guy that Vic likes. Sidney
Hall,
Brown at the
that's
top
right.
there. Sydney. Did you see that it was Brown on Brown?
Yeah, yeah, the twin stuff. Classic twin jokes. This is the worst one. This is an
This
indictment.
is
This is an
yeah, this is
indictment on
bad.
Keely.
That
It's
looks
fine if you're going to give him a lot of cushion and you're going to let him get the catch before the sticks. Okay, fine. He's one of the best NFL wide receivers. But make the tackle or at least slow him down. He didn't even touch him. He
yeah,
didn't
it's really
even
bad.
throttle down. That looked pretty bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Sidney Brown looks like I think they like switching a man late is what it looks like. But yeah, that's pretty bad there. Jamar though, what do you think? Fantasy? You think he's the guy? I keep seeing he's like the number one guy. Do you
Yep.
like
I
him?
mean, one of our guys, our fantasy footballers podcast, was saying he might be the next last guy since Antonio Brown to lead the wide receiver group in fantasy football back to back years. So they're saying
Yeah.
looks looks strong because honestly, as far as fantasy goes, it's a perfect situation where a high tempo, high potent offense that throws a lot, so high volume, and horrible defense that they're going to need to score a lot of points. So it's not best for like football's sake, but for fantasy football's sake, he's in a perfect situation. And that's the first one from Cooper there, number 41.
Yeah, he was probably the most surprising guy from the day.
Yep, I think
Because
so.
Tanner McKee, I already knew about and was like, yeah, like he's a good player. It just hasn't gotten a chance. But Cooper came out of nowhere. It was big surprise. He had a bunch. 41 at receiver looks disgusting, though. That is,
Absolutely, yep, absolutely an indictment on the
it almost makes me want to like not credit the plays as much. I'm just kind of like, yeah, it was cool. But, I mean, at 41, what are we doing? I didn't,
I
I
think it
didn't see
says how
this.
far down he is on the depth chart. It's like you really got the last pick for wide
Yeah.
receivers. Like none of the single digits were there. None of the 80s were there. The 80s were the classic numbers that like I'll always get behind any of the 80 numbers
Hmm.
for wide receiver. That's pretty classic.
It is pretty classic.
And then the teams have snuck in there. The teams you can kind of do. If you're a hybrid running back wide receiver guy, I'll even allow the 20s. Do you know what I mean? That's usually like a kick returner wide receiver. Do you know what I mean? That kind of guy. But
I like
41,
the yeah, single digits into teens and 80s is what I think of, I feel like. There you go. There's
yeah,
what's his name.
Ty Robinson.
This is the one where, Robinson like gets the sack, but it does feel like he does a stunt and like it just completely works, like the
Mm-hmm.
offensive line just didn't know how to deal with it. Ojulari's in there, looks like. So,
Yeah,
13.
is that him on the end there?
He's on the
Okay.
bottom.
Yep. Pretty wide. He's
Yeah.
really getting pushed, washed away there.
And he's 13. Oh, they got a lot of stunts going on.
Was this
Oh,
the one?
Campbell,
Oh, this
dude.
is it. I know that was it.
That would have
He
been
knew it.
huge. They would have. have gone nuts.
It's just awesome that he got there though,
Oh,
because
and this one
oh yeah, yeah.
we chatted we chatted over top of the first one, but this is the second contested catch he gets.
But yeah, and AJ Dillon got in there as well. I know this wasn't a good play here, but he looked okay. He had a really nice cut and run, maybe later in the game here.
Oof. There's Hinton there. Who was that? The whole offensive line looked bad on that.
Guys
Oh,
on
they
the
did a little bit
inside,
of a
right?
stunt. That like right
The
guard. I think it was
left or right
Toth.
guard?
I
Let's
think
say left
or
guard.
sorry, the left side. The left side. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it was Toth and the tackle. Better tackling. Who was that? 23? Who's 23? Who's 23 on the
Is that
secondary?
McWilliams? Is that Mac
That
McWilliams?
is that Ricks?
Ricks
Eli.
did have a play or two.
Yeah, he had two back to back there. Ricks is
That'd be cool if
interesting.
he makes the team. Just at the bottom of the roster, the bottom, like an emergency break glass in case of emergency kind of guy. And there's Johnny again.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
remember Ricks had like a pick six in preseason like a year or two ago. And
Stuck with you.
here we go. Here's Cooper. I can't tell. Does he look like explosive, do you think, or is it just the fact that it's against backups?
Now this is like WIP talk that I'm about to say here, but they were comparing. I mean, literally, I heard it on WIP, and also Nia Smith. That's right, we didn't mention him. I think he's steadily progressing from his sort of low stock because he both had this touchdown and Nia Smith did, but then also the kick return. So I think Nia
Hmm.
Smith may have safely secured himself and is just slowly progressing at a good rate. Now back to Cooper. They said they compared him to AJ Brown in that he looks like a running back when he does have the ball. Remember how
Yeah.
AJ Brown was just like slant route and then AJ just watch AJ do it, like do his thing. Now obviously AJ became a better, more complete receiver, but this was
Here's a
awesome.
nice
His
his
kick
return.
return, yeah,
It's a nice one. He has a really nice juke in there. And it really gets, and what's that, at the 26? He gets that. And then
that cut
that
that
one.
cut back.
Oof.
Yeah, there it is.
It's funny because this is the fastest I've ever seen him. I feel like last year, training camp and
Mm-hmm.
everything during the season, he never looked super fast. He looked like
Mm-hmm.
twitchy or whatever, but that was the fastest I've seen. And there's Cooper with a separation. How tall is he? He's like 6 foot, you said?
I don't know. I don't know. They just were comparing him to AJ Brown in that he was taking slant routes and looking like a running back when he had the ball. Let's see this here.
All right, all right. Push off. Nothing crazy. Again, I can't tell if that's like he looks like a good like an amazing NFL athlete. He's
Can
obviously a good
can
athlete,
we
but like, or if it's a
can we see who did he
bad
go up
competition.
against on that rep? Who is the Bengals corner that he just beat there? Maybe we can see.
Ivy, last name Ivy,
Do you know who that is? I don't know who that is.
number 38, Ivy. I do not. But if it's a backup Bengals secondary, that can't be great. Yeah, let's see. 43. Who is that? That's a good tackle. Oh, oh,
Did you?
this. I had shades of Boston Scott with number 35 there. Who is it though?
Yeah. Gosh, he was one of the guys I didn't know. Is it,
There he is again,
whatever the Lewis
Cooper.
Smith is.
It's Robinson is number 35. I have no idea who that might be though.
No, I don't know. We're just gonna.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a couple people getting blown up on that one.
dude, I really like maybe I'm just so used to Jalen in the way the offense runs, but really love McKee's style by contrast. Like the fact that he's so tall and he's just like an accurate thrower. I feel like it
A
made
Mormon
like
missile.
the Mormon missile. It made like I feel like if you feel like there's so many punt returns this game. I feel like this all the highlights are just punt returns. But it made like Johnny Wilson look good. It made Cooper look good. Like that style of play.
It reminded me a lot of the Nick Foles Chip Kelly era when Nick Foles
Huh?
got hot, and
Hmm.
it was just really quick, decisive throws and pretty really zipping them in there. Not the lofty kind of throws that you see from Jalen, where it's like there's a lot of like air under it. It's like really getting there quickly, and it's decisive decisions.
That's like, I guess it's just in the Philly special podcast. It sounds like the those guys chatting about it
Hmm.
because I know they were
Yep.
chatting about Nick Foles and they also were chatting about some other things about just McKee and what I liked is they were talking about what would you give up? They were saying a first Probably not a second. Did you hear that?
Yeah, the only way, definitely not a first, just in the market of the NFL right now. But what I was thinking, which they thinking about when I was listening to that, which they did not cover, was if there's a desperate team that has an injury that is in contention, that feels like they had a good nucleus around the offense. They have a good defense. They just need a competent quarterback that can do like what we're talking about, just like step back, hit a couple third down passes, run the offense effectively. Maybe there's a desperate team that like the price goes up, but a first rounder seems pretty big. And also, I would not like the Eagles to. I don't think McCord is there or Dorian
Yeah, Thompson Robinson.
Thompson. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, they're not there. I think they looked pretty rough in this, but it feels like we have two really good quarterbacks, but after that there's a big drop off, is what it feels like this year for our quarterback room.
Yeah, like yeah, I know a lot of times like Jalen and McKee get all the reps, and so the backups look even worse because they're going in like
Hmm.
cold. I'm really interested to see about McCord. Also, one of my buddies, I remember, Jet, Neil's friend Jet. He had a funny bit of when Marvin Harrison Jr. was in college, Gus Johnson used to go, Maserati Marv. He'd get all amped up, and I just have it seared in my brain that Jet was just like, Honda Accord, McCord. But now he got drafted to the team, and I see him, and I'm just like, I can't get that out of my head now. It's like
That's
Honda
so
Accord,
funny.
McCord.
That's
But
so funny.
yeah. They are, yeah, Storian slinging it. Looks solid. I am so confused by the Browns. That looked pretty bad, to be honest. That throw there.
Shador looked okay. Speaking of Browns.
What's that? Oh, that's right, Johnson. I forgot.
Oh, dude, Patrick, I think he's got to make the roster again. He's always
Yeah.
been like number 53 or number 52 on the roster. I feel like he's
Yeah.
always been hanging on to the last
And
roster spot.
you know what's brutal is they cut him and he went to the Giants last year and then they won the Super Bowl. After this poor guy has been just hanging on and like
Ah,
just paying his dues, doing all the
uh,
dirty work, and then he doesn't get the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm
that's
happy.
brutal. I didn't know that.
I would love him as just a backup, would be like a rotational backup guy. I think like this is cool. Like because when I think of him,
Hmm.
I think of him as like a power rush, but if he has the like ability or the wherewithal to kind of get his hand on the ball more, that's awesome. I
Hmm.
feel like that's a whole different skill set than like just body jujitsu movement type things.
Right. Now,
Which is
Jake, can we
really
go
cool.
back a little bit here? It might be tough to do, but we got a large portion of a cameraman's face here in the highlight, and I think we could really highlight this here.
Which is it
If we
this
go
play
back,
here?
I might have to go back a little bit. But yes, it's after this. They're gonna do a wide shot here, and
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna see a cameraman's face here for an extended
Bang.
period of time. And I think
I had it, but it wasn't
did you
my
miss?
thing.
Did you
It's
say
already.
it? Did you see it?
I'm dialing in. You know what? This is
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, you got him. Yeah, that guy.
no. I
That.
keep trying.
Oh, right there, though. They got him. Nailed him. What do you think this guy does? So you think he's one of the
Bang.
the photographers? Do you think that he is a security guard because he's looking up at the stands, maybe?
I'm
What
seeing.
do you
I'm
think his
seeing a
story is?
bright, like down at the bottom. Do you see like the bright yellow? And
Yep, yep.
and I can't tell if that's him or if it's in the background and it's just depth perception. But it might be like the security, like in the back
Mhm.
left there. Do you see that kind of color?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, matches. I see what you're saying.
maybe he's a
Good
security guy.
sleuthing.
And what's that?
Good sleuthing. That's good
Yeah.
sleuthing there for you.
And now, is this a mullet, do we think?
That was. I'm really happy you brought it up. That was really what made me want to stop here
Yeah.
because I want to know this guy's story. I want to know.
Hmm.
He's definitely a guy that says go birds out of
Hmm.
season. He
Yeah.
says it in his office place with people that
Hmm.
don't care about the sport, and I also think that he drinks a lot of Dunkin' and Wawa
I was gonna go
every morning.
Monster.
Like,
I was gonna say
oh,
Monster
okay,
Energy.
yeah.
I was
Maybe
gonna
he's
say
just gonna have
Monster
Wawa. Yeah, a little of
Energy.
both.
Yeah, and it's you know what it is? It's the sugar-free white can that's like yeah, like he's been drinking Monster for so long that he's like, I should be healthier. But he would never quit Monster. So then
Yeah.
he's like, ah, it's sugar-free, so it's fine.
Right.
So he's been doing that, and then yeah, I think he's got like 3 to 5 empty and half empty cans in his shotgun wheel like area, like down by the feet. Yeah. And he just tosses this neon jacket right over top. That thing,
Right.
it
It's all
it
crinkled.
reeks of Monster. Yeah.
Yep.
It,
Monster and Fritos barbecue. So
oh
Fritos
no.
barbecue. Yeah,
Oh
so there's a
no. Yeah.
brown Fritos. He
Yeah.
he has a crumpled up bag kind of in that whole accoutrement there,
Yeah.
know?
And he's
Yeah.
there and a couple of scratchers that didn't go his way. They didn't. Yeah.
He's so close. And
Yeah.
that's how he's been investing
Yeah.
instead of in his investments.
It only takes one time. It takes, you just got to be right once. And maybe some cig- cigarette burns. Go ahead.
What you can say? So I think he had a good game. If we're getting to the game, I think he had a good game. There's no fights that I heard of on the news.
No,
Um, this guy this guy had a pretty tip top good preseason game. Good outing from him. Good reps.
I think so.
It seemed like,
Good
and he
mullet.
got camera time.
Yeah.
Great mullet.
Great mullet.
The camera time is like getting your sack. It's like you Ty Robinson getting your sack. It's like maybe it's not the best rep, but that's going to be the showiest rep you're going to get here
And
as you get the
people
camera
are,
time.
yeah. That's when people almost had a moment. I did. There's a frame in there. I'm not going to hunt it because it's going to be too difficult. But
It's a
there's
lot,
a
yeah.
frame in there that really shows a little bit more of the jacket it looked like. But in any case, on a couple of these plays, I've just been breezing over. I don't even know who this Powell is. Running back. Are you familiar? Have you heard? Do you know?
No, no, I'm unfamiliar. And is he even showing up on this depth chart? What is the yellow there? Is there a way to zoom in at all? Because it's kind of hard to read for me.
The yellow is like a little fantasy blurb or like
Okay.
a thing or whatever. But yeah, no, he's not even showing up. I see Montrell Johnson running back
Mm,
from Florida.
Florida. That was definitely Howie going alma modern, in
Hmm.
Florida there.
34. I don't see. And now Darius Cooper he has earned the Google. Tarleton State. Love it. Would love
What's
a
the height and weight say
Tarleton's.
there?
What's that?
I can't.
5'11",
I can't
210.
see. That's the kind of the. I mean, a little bit
Hmm.
shorter than AJ Brown, but big, kind of bulkier, like ripped up at 210. If he's 5'11", 210, that's a little
Hmm.
bit.
That's
Uh,
me pretty much. I'm about that.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Because you're
So
5'11", and you've been kind of ripped up since
you can see the Iron
jump, I
Gym
guess.
up in the corner there.
Yeah.
Just right here. So,
I'll tell you what, it is cut off. Maybe you see it in yours, but I can't see it.
oh,
But I believe you. I
yeah,
do
it's
believe
in
you.
you. Now, and what I'm liking about this Darius Cooper guy, loving the chain, liking the swagger, looks confident. Big
He does.
fan of that. He looks
Yeah,
confident. He's got the
he's not
chain.
he's not
Yeah,
trying to put on for the camera.
no, he's not
It
uncertain
looks like a guy
either.
that's here to take somebody's job. Take
Yeah.
somebody's job and get a roster spot, you know?
And we are going to look up Tarleton State Texans. Okay, the Texans.
I heard so I think he was actually one of the most productive wide receivers in the FBS. So
I think
if we look at his receiving yards, does he show up?
I think this is it. 1,400. Well, I guess we could just
I
look at
believe
his
it's
stats, huh?
yeah.
Game long.
No, because it's pro stuff. It's not Tarleton.
Ain't no thing.
Where is
1,500
Tarleton?
yards,
Do you have a guess?
14 tutties.
Do you have a guess where Tarleton State is?
Yeah, they did say it. I've got the answer. Do you wanna take a guess?
I was gonna go Midwest. Am I off base there?
You're off, but you're not terribly off.
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Am I
that's
getting closer?
close. You're close.
All right, I'll give myself one more. I'm gonna say
Awesome.
I don't want to say no because that's Southwest. I don't want to say New Mexico because that's too
Tarleton
far west.
State.
Sounds like you're bringing me more west. in the way. Maybe north more.
I just said Tarleton State, and you're like, sounds like you're pushing me west. Didn't say anything. Just said Tarleton State.
Okay,
You're
I'm going
pushing me
Nebraska.
west.
Final answer. Final answer. Nebraska. I went north of Oklahoma, but
Can you
is
read
it not?
this?
It's all kind of. That was Texas. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Texas.
Tarleton State Texans, which
Wait a minute. Then
Texas
that
has
makes me like this guy so much more. High school football in Texas is like college football. This is like the
pretty
pros kind
much.
of for him.
Yeah,
He's already been in the pros.
he's been in the pros for a while now. Uh, yeah. So cool. He's a rookie. Big fan. Hope he makes the roster. Got his stats up. Let's get back to the depth chart.
Who does he
Yeah,
kick
looked
out?
good. What's that?
Who does he kick out? Whose job does he take? Anais Smith might be at the back end. The Johnny
Terrence Marshall
Wilson,
apparently had a good camp, but
right? Didn't see it. Oh, did you hear about Elijah Cook? Is the guy's name?
I heard he was having a good camp and then something happened. He got hurt.
He got injured. He got carted off and probably
Mm.
won't play this year. So he had a great camp. He was catching balls in camp. He goes down on special teams on one of these, probably one of those kick returns we watched or punt returns,
Mm-hmm.
and got hurt. Got hurt. Got carted off. Might be done for the year. He was
That's
one of those
tough. I
kind of
mean,
fringe camp body guys.
he's 26, so he's like an older, like it's his second season. He was kind of an
Yep,
older rookie.
UDFA.
So that might be like an okay, like just things playing out for Cooper kind of deal. Like if we just went AJ Brown, Devontae, Dotson, Johnny Wilson, and Smith and Cooper, that would be kind of
Yeah,
cool. And
that's not
then
bad.
I don't know if I need Terrence Marshall. I feel like Terrence Marshall, he was a second rounder. He's 25, but I feel like there's been enough of a sample size from him where I like the upside in the mystery box of the other three more.
How do you feel about this? I'm going to try to spin zone you on Terrence Marshall here. He came from the Panthers, is
Hmm.
mismanaged, similar to how we get offensive line talent into Statler University and really revive their career. What if this is
Hmm.
just a revival for Terrence, where he doesn't have Bryce Young or like the decaying body of Andy Dalton throwing him the ball in Carolina anymore with a bad one of the worst teams.
Yeah, I mean he's with the Raiders too, it looks like.
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, I knew he was on because he's drafted to, yeah, it looks like the Panthers
Panthers,
there.
which is kind of crazy. I mean, he's already played 4 seasons, so he's going into his fifth season.
Wow.
He's 25, so I guess he came in pretty young, about to turn 26, I suppose. I just like to me, he'd like best case scenario, he's like Jason Avant, like just a guy like that level of player where you're like, oh,
In
he's
Madden terms, like a low 80. Is that what you mean?
and that would be best case. Yeah, in my
Right.
mind. In my mind. Yeah. Um, but interesting. Okay, this Powell guy, I didn't even see him. Didn't even see him. I have no idea where he came from. He got a touchdown.
Who he is. There goes Cooper running across and
Cool.
walking it in.
Yeah, looked solid, I guess. Offensive line did a good job. Dean looks like he's out there.
A green, yeah.
Cole did a solid job. Is that Williams, who we talked about? He was Texas, right?
Hinton? Yeah, Cameron Williams is Texas. Hinton, I think it was some black and yellow team, not Iowa. Maybe Michigan for
I think he
Hinton?
was Michigan.
I'll look it up.
I think I saw Michigan. Yeah, we just looked that up a little
Yeah.
bit.
No, I know it's not black, it's navy blue. But
McCord here.
yeah, this was. I turned to Dad and I said, "This is preseason football right here. It's like a hitch route, turns around at the wrong time. It
Yeah,
bounces off the guy's face mask. People think the play's dead. They're still kind of running.
yeah.
This is preseason football. This play right here.
It is kind of crazy. Look at this. Oh, then he snuck it in. No. Who we got? You know what? We do have some younger edge rushers too, I realized. Oh, loving the dreads. That reminded me of
Al
kind
Harris.
of Tory Bigby back in the day, something like that.
Oh, I
Um,
thought you were gonna go Al Harris.
Al Harris is a good one. Al Harris is a really good one. Oh, Hook with a big tackle there by Rick's kicking lob. Oof. Hook. They went right back to him.
Oh, that was a really nice, real compliments to the wide receiver there. This toe touch here is quite impressive.
Yeah.
They
with a
reviewed
good
it and
tight end.
everything, and yeah.
That's it. That's all they wrote. Yeah, Sidney Brown and Ricks, I feel like were the ones that I wanted to see do well and didn't.
Rick,
And then
did you say Rick?
what's that? I if I did, I meant Keely Ringo is who I meant. I think I said
Right,
Ricks, but
right, right.
I meant
Yeah, right.
Ringo.
Yeah, I just wanted to catch that. Yep. Okay.
And so, yeah, a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit
right
of
there with you. But I will say this is going to be that's going to be one of the hardest passing offenses probably to go against.
that's true.
Little bit of a cushion for him, but still not going to give him any credit really. So kind of a wash, more of a minus for the day for those guys.
Now, I've got an idea here. I think it'd be fun if we change it up a little bit and we go into the mock draft and we each draft, we kind of chat through what we're thinking, but then anything that comes up question-wise, we can then kind of dive into that preseason game to kind of follow up and track whether that person's going to be the starter or so I think we
Yeah,
use the
yeah, I like
mock
that.
draft as like a way to kind of do a little jump start of
hmm
what to go into next. Now, do you have this ESPN mock draft league thing up?
Now I'm trying. Now my computer's just moving very slow with the studio open. So
Hmm.
it's been pinwheeling on ESPN for a little bit. I keep refreshing.
We
Maybe we
could
just do one mock,
and
still
we
do the
chat.
same thing. We
Okay.
still chat about it, what we're thinking, and to kind of execute the same thing, but with just one user within the mock there.
Now, do you want to do a live one with real people? We'll get a real good sense. So probably some people falling, some people going early, or do you want to do our Lambertville League settings with like auto draft kind of stuff? And it will go quicker.
Let's do the latter, yeah, because it'll be quicker rather than having to
Yeah,
wait for a draft to jump
for people.
into.
Okay, so we're head to head, points per reception, 12 team. What pick do you want out of 12?
I always do random because it's going to be random. So there's the bookends are the most interesting to me normally when I'm doing like a mock. Those
Hmm.
have like more drafting two people and then waiting a really long time is like a much pretty interesting way to do it. But there's also you can kind of ride the wave a little bit better being in the middle, you know?
Mm,
I
finding people,
I
yeah.
would say either 1, 12, or like 6 is where I'm at.
Let's start with
So you
one.
pick whichever you want. Yeah.
We'll start with one. And
I have a I have a strategy for you at 1 that is kind of loco. It's kind of
Loco,
crazy.
I like it. And
And it kind of
now,
dovetails.
are you a, okay, so this is PPR. So we're going to have some stuff going on.
So, do you want me to explain to you the strategy that you can do at 1, which is pretty crazy,
Yeah, I do. We
before we
got
try
10
to do
seconds.
it?
We're on the clock.
You
We
go,
got 30
yep.
seconds to land the plane.
Yeah, so Jamar Chase, you pick Jamar Chase, but you
Hmm.
get the full stack. You get T. Higgins. I have accomplished getting T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, and Joe Burrow all once before. So the
Wow.
entire Bengals offense. I just did it for shits and gigs.
I'm gonna pick
Obviously, I
him.
don't
I'm
think
gonna
that would
pick
be
him.
the.
We're on the clock. I'm gonna pick him.
But even just so we're gonna get 2, and pretty much every time Joe Burrow is gonna be available at 3. He does sometimes get back to you with your 4th pick, depending
Mm.
upon the league. So you can get T. Higgins as well. Having said this, I don't know if this is the best strategy necessarily, but it is just bonkers if you're like going all in, and if the Bengals have really good days, I feel like could break certain games in fantasy football.
Oh yeah.
Did T.
Okay.
Higgins just go?
Nope. T Higgins is on the clock. We've got back to back. Now, do we go T and Chase Brown? Do we go for it back to
That
back?
that is that is that is the big risk here that you can do. And again, this is just a silly strategy. I don't think this is optimized, but I think it's fun for
I think it's very fun. I
fantasy.
like that you can we can do. Okay, and then we're gonna go after Chase
And this
Brown
is where
here.
we really have to cross our fingers. Chase Brown is the reach in this strategy because you can just do the passing targets. It's Joe Burrow and the 2 wide receivers. But we'll see if Burrow's still around. Usually Burrow's gone, but there are some leagues that he's still available. depending upon.
Let's see. He looks like he's up there. I feel like he's gonna get taken because there's so much. Oh,
Oh, he
there he
just got
goes.
took. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just went.
he was too high up, which is fine. We can try and find another player. You know what we could do? We could do Kansas City. We could try and do Rasheed Rice Worthy. Mahomes is here. Or we go with like one of them with Mahomes.
We should
We go
probably.
like Worthy and or Rasheed Rice and Mahomes.
I like going two wide receivers. So I like Worthy here,
Uh-huh.
and then honestly, I'm a bit of a
DK?
Metcalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, DK or Sutton. Any of those guys, I'd be happy with. Even
I think we
staying off
go.
quarterback now that we lost Burrow. Maybe just staying off quarterback for even a longer period of time. You know.
I like it. Yeah, so we got Chase Brown, Chase Higgins, Worthy Metcalf. What I like about Chase and T is that it's like a built-in handicap or handcuff
Mm-hmm.
without the downside of like no, they'll never play. Like
Like
he
lack of
still
production in the
plays.
meantime. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we're back on
This
the
is a good
clock
point.
here. We need running backs. I think we go after. How do you feel about
Pacheco.
Harvey or
Harvey's good.
Pacheco?
Pacheco or both.
Well, yeah, maybe we go both of them.
Harvey, I just know little about. I'm just gonna say it there, and I think Pacheco's due for a bounce back here. So either I'm cool with.
I like Pacheco. There's also Travis Hunter. I think a running back though. Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears just got injured. He was carted
Yep,
off.
I like that. I like this, and it's also Tennessee. They got Cam now. Don't they have a new coach too? In where's who's the Tennessee coach? Maybe I
They lost Vrabel a couple years ago, and then they went. Gosh, who is the Tennessee coach? I don't remember off the top of my head now.
I don't know. I was just thinking of like if it's like a run, if it's a new like run style, maybe if that helps his value or not.
Now we've been playing like off the rankings mostly here. Do we
Hmm.
stay there? Do we go for we could do like a QB, we could do a Dak or a Fields at this point. We could do Stevenson, Dobbins, secured on Jennings, Debo, Ricky, Keon
I
Coleman.
like
What do you think?
Pearsall. Pearsall for the San Francisco wide receivers. Pearsall has been I've been high on him.
Hmm.
Even and then I like Dak as well with maybe this pick, these two picks is kind of where I would be.
I
Open to
like it.
whatever else you want to do though.
I like Dak. Maybe we go after
Justin Fields.
Ferguson. Maybe we go after
Yeah, that would be
Ferguson
great.
to
Yep.
stack
I love that.
Boy.
I love that. Oh,
All right, so we got some tight ends coming up. Buddy,
what do we got?
Joe,
Goddard. Oh, Ferguson's there.
you're gonna be my eyes. You're gonna be my eyes. What do you think?
Jerome Ford and then Ferguson maybe somewhere like kind of like that or
I
even
like.
ETN.
Let's go,
Definitely Ferg just
and then
because
we
we
can name the
have
team
Prescott.
Fergalicious.
Love that.
Um, And then you said Ford.
I was just thinking running back because Junkins, the rookie running back that they thought was going to be the running back, he had this horrible. Yeah, dude, he might not even play. 6 month suspension
Uh,
minimum, and
and then
stay
Samson's
away from
here.
him.
What do we
He's
think,
another
Ford?
one. I like Ford, and then he's one of those guys that you have him for the first couple weeks, and I think he gets high volume, and then you trade him off in the middle of the year or something because then they go to the
Yeah,
rookies because now the rookies are acclimated to the NFL because they've had a couple weeks under their belt. Ford was like kind of the veteran guy, kind of the bridge running back, so to speak. If that makes sense. Kyle Pitts, if he's there as a backup tight end flyer, high
yeah.
end. He finally has low value in fantasy football now, so it's like okay to take him. I feel like.
He just went.
Oh, oh darn.
All right, now we've got Tua, CJ. We've got some rookie Tootin. We've
I might
got.
even go. I might even go C.J. Stroud and then the best defense available
I like it.
on the next
We
pick.
go
You know what I mean?
Stroud.
Like a backup quarterback and then like the Eagles defense might be the best. Or I guess they're not in this ranking, but I
Texans.
would get Eagles defense. I'm really high, but Texans is good too. Yeah, Stingley and their edge rushers are amazing, so they get a lot of sacks. They got Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, and then maybe kicker. I don't know how you feel. Where have you been taking defenses and kickers?
I like that. I like kind of where we did because the board is kind of whatever. They're all dart throws, so I'd rather be like
Yeah,
earlier to the defense and kicker, and then just see whoever falls.
Yeah,
because I don't care then, and I've put no draft capital into those people versus like
right.
having a bad defense and then another gamble that doesn't make it. So like I'd even consider a kicker with one of these picks here.
That's what I'm thinking. Kicker, and then whatever person we like
So
after that.
I think either Detroit or
Bates
Tampa
or
Bay.
yeah, yeah, whichever.
He's projected more. And then I think Marvin Mims looks like he's
What?
projected the most.
Yeah, Broncos. Bo Nix looks good, and we need wide
Or
receivers. It looks
backup
like in
tight
this one.
end. We could go backup tight
That
end
could.
here.
Yeah, I don't love these guys. Maybe Zach Ertz might be the Adam Thielen this year. Zach Ertz might be a decent fantasy tight
Okay,
end.
we'll do it. We'll do it for
With
this.
McLaren. McLaren's holding out, and so Jaden McDaniels might rely on him more.
Plus it's
But it's
PPR,
right, right.
so
Yeah, just
that'll be good.
a
Okay,
lot
so
of
now
like 7 yard catches.
we've got backup QB, backup tight end, backup running backs and
Holy
receivers.
shit, Jake. Our look at our bye weeks on our starters.
Oh my God! Well, that's because we got holy shit. Week 10 is just going to be a
Isn't that
nightmare. Even
crazy? No, that's
Pollard.
amazing. No, that this is a buy stacking. This is perfect. I
Yeah,
would
it's
love this. You
crazy.
basically forfeit 1 week, but then the rest of your weeks you could play all
Yeah.
your starters pretty much. That's pretty
What?
cool.
Who's the last pick here? Do we think? Kareem Hunt is our handcuff.
See, is there
Because we
another
got
guy?
Pacheco. We had
Is there
Pacheco.
another backup running back for them
I'm not
behind
sure.
Pacheco? Like between Pacheco and Hunt is what I'm thinking.
I'm not sure. So I think this is pretty good. We went pretty heavy on Bengals and Chiefs with
Hmm.
obviously our first three picks, and then we went Worthy, Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. We got the Dak Ferguson stack.
Hmm.
I think DK is really solid. I think he's going to be good. Um, Pearsall is really nice. I would have liked to try and get like an Ayuk and use him as like later in the year, just so that way he's kind of like a
IR spot.
handcuff. What? And yeah,
I
IR
oh, I
as
thought you were
well.
gonna say IR spot.
Yeah, IR spot you can kind of stash, and then you have Ricky and him, and then
Hmm.
as the season progresses, you kind of just play the hot hand end of the season.
I think Ricky he started off slow because he got shot in the leg,
Sure
right?
did. Sure did.
And he came back, and Debo left. I feel like Kittle was kind of in and out. Kittle when he did play was amazing and got high percentage stuff. But then they also like Ayuk and Jawan Jennings have had injuries. I feel like the chemistry between Ricky Pearsall and Brock Purdy is going to be high. He's
Mm,
my favorite San Francisco option
I agree.
at this
I think he has
juncture.
the highest upside. There was a part of me, like when I've got too bullish on Ricky, I've had the thought of like Jawan Jennings was really good last year, and I could see
Hmm.
Kyle Shanahan just being like, "This guy does what I want. He blocks, and I'll just be on the
Hmm.
field a ton." And with Ayuk out, I think they'll trust Jawan the most, and then Ricky is still kind of working his way in. I think
Hmm.
Ricky is the highest upside, and then Jawan is like the highest floor.
Right.
But yeah, let me see. Let me pull up. I'm going on a different screen. You still see the same screen, right?
Yeah, it says your draft is complete. You're going
I'm pulling
into
up our grade,
TV.
Alex. I'm
Oh,
pulling up our
yes,
grade.
exactly. That's what I was going to ask. Phillies
Oh, we
just
got it.
started, by
We
the way.
What do you think? What's
C?
that?
C? You give us a
We got a
C.
B. We got a B.
Okay. Actually, better than I thought they would grade that. Because that was kind of a fun one. That was like
Yeah,
the
we were
Bengals
kind of
thing.
firing at the hip. It says strengths or defense, wide receiver, kicker, weakness, QB. I feel like that makes sense. I mean, but honestly,
I don't know,
like,
but the Texas quarterbacks that we got, Stroud and Dak, I feel like Dak, every time he actually plays, is like a top 7 quarterback in
yeah,
fantasy.
agreed. I,
So
I
I
think
think
I'd
Stroud could
be
have a bounce back here.
I'd be very happy with this team because like quarterback to me is one of the most fun positions to like stream. Like have one guy and then trying to stream a backup and trying to like find gold is like to me like if I'm looking to stream and look into a bunch of stuff, I'd rather look into the position that is like, it's a very fun way to play versus trying to look up like streaming tight ends, which I think is a
Ugh,
good strategy. at times, but like trying to like dig through, you're like, I don't know, it's splitting hairs. Like I think it's a much easier thing to like lock in a tight end and then like stream quarterback, and you know so much more. So it's like a much more
Yeah.
educated idea, I guess.
Now we missed him. We had an opportunity. We chose Stroud instead. I think it was in that sort of tier.
Yeah.
But I have something that would also transition into us going back to the YouTube, which was Justin Fields. Do they have where Justin Fields went? Because when we're talking about streaming quarterbacks and
Hmm.
high fantasy potential with low price point for the ADP, Justin Fields jumps off the chart.
Yep.
And this is we could look at in the YouTube. I think the Jets played and he played.
Well,
I
what
saw a
was that?
rushing touchdown of him.
What was that last thing you said though?
The Jets played and
The who?
the New York Jets.
And there you go. And that's my issue with it. I just think Fields,
Love it. Love
love
it.
him.
Love the transition. Yep.
I love him. I I actually traded his rookie year or something. I had this huge package.
Uh-huh.
I was a terrible team. I was trying to get off the bottom to get away from the punishment. I traded Justin Jefferson for Fields. There's a bunch of players attached, so it wasn't just that straight up. But like my idea was like, look, at the time he was averaging like 20. So I was like, okay, between Justin's doing the same thing. Fields, they're both 20 per game, and I just get all this other shit that has like a chance. I'm so bad, I might as well just get a bunch of stuff. And he
Mm-hmm.
was really good. Like he could really like he would have 100-yard rushing games all the time. And I think that the team is built for like the Jets. Like it'd be a fun team I'd mess around with in Madden because they are a team that's like set up for young offensive line that's looking to grow. You've got the young stud running back, you've got the star wide receiver, and then the young rookie tight end. You've heard about him from the fantasy footballers.
Jason Taylor's son, and
Yeah.
his mom is Zach Taylor's sister, I think, or something.
Oh wow.
Did you
Yeah.
know that? Did you know that part
No.
of it?
No.
So not Mason, Jason Taylor married Zach Taylor's sister. So they were like on the defense together. He married his sister and then had Mason Taylor.
Mason. That's crazy.
So
Yeah.
he
So
is the prodigy of both Zach Thomas. If you love the Dolphins, it's a bummer the Dolphins didn't get him.
yeah.
Two of the premier Dolphin players, like Hall of Fame Dolphin players,
Yeah.
he is the offspring of.
That's great. And then like they also have Fashanu, who they got in the first round last year,
Hmm.
24. It's like really big pick. And then they've also got Membu from this seventh overall this year on tackles. Like
Okay, yeah,
they have some maulers along with like Elijah Vera Tucker was another high pick, 14th overall a few years ago.
yeah.
I feel like they're set up like plus you get Justin Fields with Brees Hall doing like read option stuff. Like that could be
That's
interesting.
yeah. You're jumping on where my point was going to go was because you said yeah it's the Jets, right? That's how you started this, was like it's the Jets.
Hmm.
But you can be bad at football. You can have a bad football team that have good fantasy players on it, and
Yeah,
that's where I think they slot in and Justin Fields slots in. And also don't forget Braylon Allen right after Brees Hall there. It's been
yeah.
said it might be a timeshare between Brees Hall and Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen's really young. He's like 22 maybe, and like pretty good, pretty big, pretty good.
I think he's
And
21.
like you said it right there. Read option stuff, a lot of RPO stuff. I think should be in this offense. And I think when in doubt, Justin Fields is going to tuck it and make some crazy athletic play, and that's just way more valuable in fantasy for quarterbacks than checking it down for like 3 or 4 yards. He's going to try to run it for 5 or 6 yards,
I'm
and
just trying to.
like in the same situation.
The thing is, he always has turnovers. Like he averages like 10 a season. It looks like on picks.
Yeah, so no fumbles there, right? You can't even see
It just
fumbles.
it's brutal because
Oh yeah, four
it's a
fumbles. Is
down.
that 9 fumbles? Let's say in 2022.
Yeah,
Jeez,
they had 9 fumbles and
that's
11
crazy.
picks. So he had 20 turnovers to
QBR is
25 touchdowns.
31. Am I
What?
looking at that right? 31. His rookie year, his QBR was 31.4.
Yeah,
That is
yeah, yeah,
atrocious. Oh my
yeah.
God. But I
58%,
mean,
10
look
picks
at
to
the
seven
rushing yards. He like you said, he rushed for 1,000 yards.
with 8 touchdowns. Yeah, but then he's fumbling it as well. Like they were, 160 carries. Like that's the upside. Is like if he could do this again, but it's also like okay, but then the year after he dropped. The year after that he dropped again.
No, but he didn't finish those seasons. Like he didn't play the full
Well,
year the
it's still
following.
yeah, I know, but like they're still like per game are still dropping. Like 15 versus 10. He only had 300 yards. I mean, again, it's a different
Do we watch the
style or
tape? Do you want to
whatever.
watch tape? Do you want to watch tape, dude?
It's also
Of the
good.
preseason
I
games?
think I think he's dealing with an injury. He had a finger injury. Hold
Was
on,
it after this
news.
preseason game? Because I just saw one highlight where he ran in for a touchdown, so I wanted to watch his preseason game or debut. I could totally see Aaron Glenn, the new head coach for the Jets, coming over from the Lions, who the
Oh, here,
Lions had what, a
he had a
toe
toe
injury.
injury. Do you remember the fantasy footballers are joking? They were like, he's going to amputate it or something.
I saw a lot of stuff about it was Malik Neighbors. I thought they said he had a toe injury, and they said like you would get rid of a tooth, where you'd
Right.
put a
Oh,
string
okay.
on it and
Okay.
slam it in the door. I think it was Malik Neighbors though.
Yes, you're
When I
right. I
called you,
think you are
Russ
right.
listening to it, but it was a toe injury, so that's probably where you got that. But that looks like 12 days ago. We gotta watch this tape here, brother. We gotta
We're
watch.
gonna watch
We
it.
gotta watch
We're gonna
Justin
watch it.
Fields.
I'm excited. I love the upside of him as well. Where'd he go?
Just
Just I didn't even
Jets
see it.
preseason if you can't. Jets preseason game if it's not there. Up top, up top. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure the Packers got blown out, if I recall.
I
Dude, the
love it.
games are on so late here, dude. I was like going to bed and this game was on. The games are on at like 12 o'clock at night. This preseason game was on at, and it was like kind of on, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was like half asleep.
Dude, poor Casey, fucking, he's on the golf course streaming the first ever snaps of Cam Ward, God bless him. And then he is going and watches Tajay Spears get carted off after he just watched Halliburton fucking tear it. This poor guy just cannot catch a break. His teams are just like,
Titans. So Tennessee Titans and Indiana Pacers. Did he grow up like somewhat in between there? Why are those two teams?
so he lived in LA for a amount of time, but he did stay in Tennessee for a bit of time.
Hmm.
And I can't remember if he was in Indiana. I think he bounced around, but then settled in LA. But anyway, just a sec. I actually might take this. If I'll let this play, and I'll be right back.
Good
Just
call.
a second.
Good call, Lisa.
Lisa and her flight. Be right back.
And oh, that is just great defense. Is that Sauce? I think you could probably say that he is maybe the top corner in the NFL. Great size, as we saw there. Great ball skills. This is what I want to see here: is Justin Fields. Now, for me, it's a little bit delayed, and at the moment, it's frozen, unfortunately. But I will say that Justin Fields, like we kind of have been talking about a little bit here, he shows great potential if he can hit easy throws, get some rhythm and timing in his passing game. That would open everything up for his just raw athleticism, which is I think the special part about him that gives him sort of a potential that not a lot of other players have in the league. Lamar Jackson, obviously, maybe you'd say Josh Allen, not in the same way, but Josh Allen can still run the ball, but sort of athletic freaks that can produce in fantasy in a different way than maybe say like a Dak Prescott, or we're looking at Jordan Love here, more pocket guys that aren't going to get that much. It's a shame. This just looks like it's frozen here, so I'm just looking at 3rd and 5 on minute 12:32 of the first quarter here. But I will say this injured get Nicolette ad right here. How much does that cost? Right next to the ticker there, especially if it's on the banner for a long time. Probably pretty expensive if it's a regular season game. This preseason game, maybe not. But still, I think this is cast on NFL Network, and so I don't know how their viewership is. Big news if you haven't heard, the NFL Network. I think they sold to ESPN. They sold the Red Zone and Chris Hansen. Basically, they sold Chris Hansen to, I think so now, Red Zone. Hopefully it stays the same, but I think it's going to be on ESPN now. And so that'll be a new thing because Chris Hansen was, an NFL Network person. Now Chris Hansen's going to be with ESPN. Now we got Jake back. And did Lisa? Did she? Is she home? Oh, lost. Oh, all right. I don't know what happened there, but lost Jake and maybe the stream here. Up here he comes. There he's back. Oh, there he's back. Can you hear me?
Shoot. Yeah, we're back. Okay.
I was vamping. I was
It sounded
vamping
like
for
a
a
good
while.
vamp. I thought you were talking to someone when I came in. That was incredible.
Yeah, I was vamping.
Sorry
I
about
kind of
that.
dove into. I'll catch you up. It's been paused here. Is it paused where you're at, or is it
It's paused. Sorry. Yes. So
Okay,
you
I just
have
want to
been
make sure it
vamping.
wasn't like a. I've been
Apologies.
vamping. So what I really dialed in on was that injured get Nicolette in the corner there, right on the banner of next to the Jets. So how much does that cost? Now I know this is streamed by NFL Network, right? So NFL Network has lower viewership, but also the big thing with NFL Network, they just sold Red Zone to ESPN. They sold Chris Hansen to ESPN. So that's kind of where I'm just, revising. It's kind of what I was kind of chatting about there briefly.
I love it. Incredible vamp. I am so sorry. I just bailed. I know she's making her way to the airport, and I had to figure out some details.
Are you
Wasn't
picking her up?
expecting. Turns out, no. Turns out I'm not picking her up from the airport because Cassidy's also gonna have her car there, gonna get a ride, gonna go to pickleball. I'll pick her up after pickleball.
They're
So
going right from the bachelorette party to pickleball. Is that right? Am I getting that right?
yes, is what it sounds like to me. Yeah, and that is correct.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Wow. I
yeah.
feel like whole week and they just on the gas.
I feel like because of the amount of time they were able to pace themselves. You know what I mean? You're able to kind of slow down, you kind of speed up, do your
Yeah, I guess that's
thing.
true. Yeah, this probably was a different pace than us. Well, I think I may have been drunk the entire weekend for your
Yeah,
bachelor party.
yeah. You
I
were
don't think I.
you were really getting after it. That baseball at some point, you're really yelling. You're really
I
yeah.
don't remember a lot of that.
Boy, wow. Yeah, that awoke at some stuff. Yeah, it seemed.
It goes really getting competitive with it. I think did they make us the captains? Is that what it was? My team versus your team at that point?
It's all pretty hazy, but yeah, I think so. I think that did happen. Yeah, I think
I
that
think
did
I
happen.
think I took the ownership of the captain role, maybe a bit far.
Yeah,
Maybe that was where where
who
it
knows?
went. But yeah, that's rare form for Alex Yardley. You don't see that guy often.
No, he was out of the cage for that time. Yeah, pretty fun. So you didn't get to see any of this preseason. I'm so sorry. It didn't play as I left.
No, I saw about one player too, and then I thought it froze, which is what I was asking, but it looks like it's paused.
I see.
And then as a heads up, if you're talking about like logistics, I'll be heading over. Tyler is in town
Hmm.
up at Aunt San and Uncle Roddy's because he's helping with. Gonna put an AC in the basement and start on a couch in the RV,
All right.
whatever that means. But I was gonna go over there for dinner. Gonna go hang out. It's only 3 o'clock right now, but just as a heads up, I don't know how
Nice.
long we're planning on doing this for, but
We can maybe make
I
our
might
way through the fields kind of chatter, and then we'll kind of maybe wrap it up after that. What's crazy is this been an hour 43? Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, 142 it says. Yeah,
Wow, flew by. I did feel fly by for you. It flew by for me. I feel like we just
flew by for me. Even honestly, I was even the vamping. Well, it was all a joy. All of it was a joy.
incredible, incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Fields, we got to check out. We got to keep an eye on the toe. Got to keep an eye on the toe. See how he's looking, and then see
And we
exactly how
really
he's.
just missed it. It looked like a pretty blasé because we're at 12:31. Pretty blasé start with Jordan Love and the. We could start over. Yeah, yeah.
By the way, how do you
But
feel about
kind of
Jordan
kind of
Love?
blasé.
Jordan Love was like the dark horse darling of fantasy last season. People are kind of like,
I
this would
know.
be great.
My team name, Love Thy Neighbors, was my
Yeah,
because I had
yeah.
Jordan Love and Malik Neighbors. I was disappointed with him. He was okay. I could still kind of play him, but Darnold actually took his spot. I actually used Darnold more than him. I had Darnold
Yeah.
in him. Darnold had a surprising year and got him off waivers.
Since I'm talking about with like streaming, I'd much rather I love streaming QB because of that. Like a
Yeah,
Darnold or whatever, like it's so much more fun I don't know. A lot of good QBs right now.
I got a sneaky, I got a sneaky idea for you too when you're talking about streaming QBs is Milrow off of Seattle, who is the
Oh,
Alabama quarterback,
yeah,
who's also
speedster.
very fast.
I made
Yeah,
him. I made
very
him my
very fast.
QB in Madden. That was my fantasy draft.
So
I
you
did the
know. So
Jets.
you know.
I
I'm
had
not
Bill.
breaking any new ground with you. You know. Yeah.
He reminds me of like a second chance. As far as like the Madden profile, he's exactly like Malik Willis.
Malik Willis. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got the throw power.
We're
He's
gonna
got
see him
this.
in this game.
Yeah, he's very similar, but I feel like he has higher pedigree. Like
Hmm.
he might not have the exact top end speed. He has really good top end speed, but I think he's kind of like Jalen Hurts. When did he get drafted? What round? Was it like?
Milrow. I think he was much farther back. Like because Jalen was second, obviously, and then
Yeah,
maybe like third or fourth would be my guess for Milrow. Maybe even
yeah.
fifth.
But similar kind of vibe of like Alabama and good program rushing quarterback. But okay, anyway, Jordan Love. Here we go. Letting it rip. Couple of reads. Looked kind of bad, although that was Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, Sauce. He's
Okay,
one of those dudes here.
there's Fields. Is that Taylor? Who was that?
See?
Johnson.
Was it?
Something Johnson. Oh
No,
yeah,
never mind.
maybe. Fields slinging it. That might be Taylor. Who was that? 47. Beck.
2nd and 10, not bad. Just make the easy
Okay.
passes, Justin.
Bootleg. Is that Allen? It was Allen.
Dude, Braylon Allen, man, I'm telling you, he might overtake Brees Hall. That's why I'm low on Brees Hall in fantasy.
Yeah, he's really dropping. Jonathan Isaac. Wow, good for him.
Good defender,
All right.
bad
Yay.
position defender.
Justin. Oh, there you go. Who's this Beck guy? Am I saying that right? Is it Beck?
Ooh, you see that wide receiver get bent around at the end of that play? Watch the wide receiver like fall at the end of this play on number 47.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, his
yeah. The
neck
ankle.
kind of. Ooh,
The
close
ankle
back.
kind of got under there. Here's Brees, just up the gut.
Yep.
There goes
See, like
Garrett.
if the Jets could do that, like lull them to sleep, and then Justin Fields does this kind of stuff here.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I mean, like, apart from it being the Jets, I mean, I do like their head coach. What's his name from the Lions?
Aaron Glenn,
Aaron
Aaron Glenn,
Glenn.
we were talking about it. He was
And
vamping.
very, very good, like, defensive guy. I actually want to, I think of their defense. Like, I mean, Sauce is amazing.
Well, they have Quinn Williams is the big one too.
Yeah, of course. Incredible. Those are the big stars. Like, they've got a lot of, like, highly drafted edges that haven't performed. Oh yeah, Quincy Williams
Quincy,
is like an off-ball guy for them. Interesting. I wonder if they have any younger corners that like Glenn wanted to like develop or something. Jordan Love just doesn't look. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like he's always trying to make a play. It doesn't seem like he's able to. He just
yep.
kind of.
I was disappointed watching his games last year with like because he was on my team. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch more Packer games, and all of the wide receivers too in fantasy. It's tough to pick one of the Packer wide receivers. You're like, which one is it gonna be? And they
Yeah.
just got Golden now too. They got another receiver.
Yeah, it doesn't feel fluid. They always feel like they're trying to do backyard football where I just feel like I see Jordan Love just bouncing and trying to like maneuver in the pocket, but he'll never run. Like he'll sometimes run, but like he runs less and then he'll throw it up. I think he tries to be like Aaron Rodgers when he was younger. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
kind of buying time and then just like throwing a back shoulder to somebody. Here's Willis.
What are you talking about?
I see. I see. I didn't get it immediately, but
Yeah, I didn't say whatcha. I kind of said,
yeah.
what are you?
No, no. What do you think? Do you think you've seen? I didn't notice Golden. Did you see Golden at all? The receiver?
I saw a highlight of this, like not when we were watching here. I haven't seen him yet, but I did see a highlight where he got a catch or two that looks pretty good.
He's one of the few people I'd like to see at this stage where
Yeah,
it's
I don't
like,
know. Justin Fields is probably not still in, right? This is Malik Willis.
yeah,
Golden, I think it's like
let's
number
strip
10 or
sack.
something. Oh,
Boy,
Malik.
it's
Touchdown, Jets.
it's tricky because last season Tucker Kraft was pretty good for them, but he was good
Yeah.
because Musgrave got hurt, and now Musgrave comes back, and it's like it's the same as the receivers. It's like which one do you pick? The whole
Also, in the wake of the Tunyon, I mean, Tunyon, I feel like for them too, it's like I feel like they've had like There's I feel like in real life they're streaming tight ends each year. You know.
Mm. Yeah, like I think they got Musgrave and Kraft. I think they're really good tight ends, and I'd be pumped to have that room, but fantasy, it's just kind of like, well, what do we do with this? Um, it's funny
Mm.
because I always think about this. Not a lot of like fantasy um analysts talk about this, but like there's a benefit to other teams not knowing your tendencies or what you want to be doing. And a lot of the time, coaches are trying to cover what their actually like their bread and butter actually is, and they want to cover it
Right.
up. And I think LaFleur is exactly that, where he's like, I don't want people to know who I think our best receiver is, our best tight end, or whatever. Like I'd much rather spread it
Mhm.
out. It could
Mhm.
be anybody at any time, whenever. And I think that's a
Right.
really good coach, but for fantasy, bit of a nightmare.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a great point.
Yeah, and I feel like it creates like Kyle Pitts, for instance. Like, I feel like he had Arthur Smith, and he was, having a lot of his early career to develop the blocking side of his game.
Right.
And I
Right.
think he's been a solid, really good tight end, but everyone says he's a bust or terrible because he's not producing in fantasy.
Well, he was also drafted, I think, third overall, which is like historically high for like a tight end. I think that's where a lot of the hype comes from. Is people
Yeah.
thought like,
Well, his
oh, he's gonna
his
be like,
combine, his combine and everything as
mhm.
well. I don't know if he was
Right,
third
right.
though. Third seems high.
Yeah, well, I think that's why you can check it. I'm not sure. Give me a fact check here. Let me know where he was at least top five maybe or six.
He was born in Philly, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was a Gator. My gosh, dude. How did Howie not? Okay.
How he wouldn't draft him that high? Did he say what pick?
Fourth pick. Fourth pick.
Oh, I said third.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right though. I mean, I didn't know, I didn't realize it was that high. I thought he was like middle first. Yeah, that is really
I think
high.
it really made some real waves because like it was a tight end that high. That doesn't normally
Sure.
happen. And now we're just watching. It's got to be a bummer to be in Green Bay and you're excited for football, and then they just kind of they put this product out on the field here.
Yeah, this is pretty bad here. My God, that was just some like random back. Anything
I
else?
think
You wanna wrap it up here? How you feeling?
yeah, we can wrap it up. Yeah, Phillies game's on if you want to turn that on. If you have free little afternoon here, they're down 2-0, but they are hot like tamales. Duran looks good. Hader
Love it.
looks they real platoon in the outfield.
Love it.
A lot of guys getting everybody the competition. All the outfielders are playing much better now because they're all worried about the job. They're all
Yeah.
like, oh no,
It's
oh
an
no.
audition. It's an audition.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Every game.
Love it.
And then Duran, dude, is amazing. 3 for 3 on the saves. Uh,
So
I didn't
excited for the
realize
playoffs.
right before we got on this stream, I just thought he threw 103 miles an hour and that was it. And he's got a pitch called the slinker. It's a
Yep.
sinker and a splitter.
Which is
Did you
why
hear that
people
on the?
always ground out against him.
Yeah,
Is
yeah. So
yeah,
it's
or
the
fly out.
slinker that. But then I didn't see. I just saw in the highlights right before we got on the stream from last night's game. I didn't watch any of it. Duran threw a knuckle curve to get a guy. So
Well,
it was in the dirt and it was at like 78 or 79 miles an hour.
my
So
God.
you're looking at like high fastball at like 103 that you have to swing at really fast, or you have to wait on a knuckle curve 78 that's going out of the zone. It like starts at the same spot, and instead of blasting through the zone at 103, it just like dies and like it's a knuckle curve like down. The guy looks so dumb swinging at it, and it ended the game. Like the announcer was like, "And that's going to be Johan Duran there. You're not going to hit that." Just like real matter of fact, like just like Texas. What's their team name? The Texas. What are they? Whoever they are.
Rangers?
Rangers. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the Rangers announcer was like, "And that's Duran. You're not going to hit that."
And you're not going to touch it. Man, we have for 2 years, don't we?
Yeah, yeah, pretty great.
Sweet.
Pretty great. It's not just
Pretty
a
sweet.
yearly rental. Yeah, it's quite
Incredible.
sweet. And then this is simultaneously happening as the Mets are imploding. They've lost 9 of 10, so we're
I
now four
love
and a
it.
half games. We're 4.5 games above them now because we've been like back and forth with them all year.
Incredible.
Great stream, brother. This is great. I'll have to do it
Yes,
again,
love
and
it.
I'll get more of a setup next time and have
Yeah,
everything
this is
all.
a nice. I feel like we've done 1,000 of these, just work the kinks out kind of streams.
Yeah,
But this is a great. I'm happy. I haven't used Riverside before, so this was nice. It seems like a cool thing. I feel like we had some fun things with it. But all right, brother. Well, I'll talk to you. Uh, Appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day.
love you. I'll let Tyler.
Yes, please. All right, see you later.
Yeah, bye.